What's up, family? What's up? What's up? Let's start this up. Peace, Lord. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, y'all. How y'all doing? Peace, Los. So, like I said, this is family business for educational purposes and whatever else you say with that. It don't matter. So, basically, y'all see what's going on in social media today. Basically, the truth is coming out that we are these people and we got the pushback. So I'm just telling everybody to hold strong, stand on your beliefs, stand on your genealogy, stand on that real history, because we got people that's out here just trying to get our sources to try to get these sources removed. We got people in our community. We got people in our community that want to be African so bad, and they want to remove any type of source that would go against that type of terminology, any type of history or any type of event. They want to be black. They want to be African. They want to be Negro. That's what they want to be. Now, at the end of that live, I got off and I heard old girl say, so what type of narrative is we going to say now? And then they was like, this information that they're presenting is dangerous. It's dangerous. By the way, this is a real eagle feather, by the way. So you can shut that shit up. It ain't no cosplay. But by the way, like I said, from Africa, the fish hook eagle. But anyway, like I said, the shit is crazy that we actually got people in our community that want to be African so bad, but they can't prove that they Africans besides DNA. They don't have no genealogy evidence. Like Port City, he doesn't have no evidence to prove that he comes from Africa besides DNA. I asked him for the second damn time. The first time was in a debate. The second time is this. I asked him, please show me the proof that you come from Africa, your people. God has said, why the hell you don't live in Africa? He said, I don't have to live in Africa. If Africa is so damn beautiful, if it's rich and full of our people, rich, full of these resources, why the hell you not living there? That's what I want to know. Right? Now back to the statement of DNA, right? Back to the statement of DNA. Back to the statement of DNA. DNA is not honored in courts. Let's go ahead and make this screen bigger, because I'm going to go ahead and show y'all. DNA is not honored in court. When I say DNA, we talking about ancestry DNA. We're not talking about paternal. We're not talking paternity. We're not talking about missing persons DNA. In the comments, I want to know, before I even bring this up, what DNA test does the court condone? What DNA test do the courts honor? Is it ancestry or is it paternal? And those of y'all that don't know nothing about DNA tests, the difference between ancestry DNA test and paternal. Paternal is supposed to tell you your close relatives, and maternal. Yeah. Paternal and maternal. Paternal test is supposed to tell you who your father is. Maternal is supposed to tell you who your mother is. And they use their close relatives of that individual. It can go as far as your grandma to your great grandma. Not past that. Anything past that, it's a mixture of blood that cannot be determined with ancestry DNA testing. I encourage y'all, that those of y'all that actually took a DNA test and your shit say Africa, give me that relative. Screenshot the relative that live in Africa who you is related to. Ancestry test, 23andMe, family tree, do not give you the relative who you're related to in Africa. They just put that shit. So like I said, until somebody give me real concrete evidence of an individual that took the DNA test in Africa, and on your DNA account or whatever on Ancestry.com, it shows you are related to Yumbo Bo, whatever the hell his name is, in Nigeria. I gotta see that shit of somebody having a profile on Ancestry.com saying, oh, you're related to this person. Besides that, they don't do that shit. They only show your relatives in America. Why is that? On DNA testing. When you go to Ancestry.com, click your DNA results. Look at the people, look at the part where it says third cousin, fourth cousin, shit like that. Click that shit, look at the location where they live, and tell me, do that shit say Africa? It do not. It says America, Virginia, Louisiana, Arkansas, New York, Chicago. It don't say nothing about no damn, oh, you related to somebody in Africa. Because you don't have the relative in Africa. Until somebody do that, then I'll be convinced. I'll be convinced. But it been what? 10, 15 years and this shit have not happened. The people of today's society is so gullible to what universities say, of what scientists say. They don't even trust their own intuition. They don't trust their own knowledge. They don't trust their own understanding. They only trust what somebody else said. How the hell are you going to teach about history and don't pick up a real history book? If you want to learn some shit about George Washington, you got to pick up George Washington memoir. You got to pick up a close relative of George Washington that wrote about him during the time he was alive. That means that book is going to be written in cursive and also in old fucking English. Not in some printed bullshit on... Boy, let me calm down. I'm so passionate with this knowledge. I'm so passionate with history. People just don't understand. That's why we push so hard for the things we say. That's why we push so hard in the things we do. Right? So let me show you something. I want to do a little joke real quick for those people that keep saying, why you got that feather in your head? You're cosplaying. You're cosplaying. You're cosplaying. Check this out. Let me show you something. I'm going to show you something real. I love this shit right here. Watch this. Where it's at. Look at this. I'm going to turn this camera around. Turn the camera around. Shoot. Boom. All right, here we go. Look at this man. A Pacific Islander. What's in his head? What's in his head? What are those? What are those? Are those not feathers? Is that not an afro? Is he cosplaying? Okay. Let's go find another brother. This is from Papua New Guinea. Look at him. A crown full of feathers. A crown full of feathers. Is he cosplaying? So as soon as I put a feather in my head, it's cosplaying. But we got other melanated beings with feathers in their head. Native Americans is not the only people known for fucking feathers. Stop the damn cap. I want to know why the Native Americans, I want to know why y'all don't have turbans. Because when they came up here, they said the Native Americans, indigenous people, whatever you want to call it, they had turbans. This is people from the Daca Islands, the Dayak warriors and the Pacific Islanders. Who they look like? Who do they look like? Tell me who they look like. Mexicans, Native Americans, where do you really come from? Why don't you talk about your brothers and sisters in the Pacific Islands? See, on that panel, I wasn't finna give them what you call all the sauce. I wasn't finna give them all the sauce. I wasn't finna give them all of my information. Dayak Warrior, Pacific Island. Why don't you natives talk about them? Right? But what they really want, we got another brother with feathers. Off the Papuan Gulf. Huh? Y'all not talking shit about the Pacific Islanders. And guess what? These same people came over here as slaves to Virginia too. Y'all ain't talking shit about them. You just called them all Africans. We got Pacific Islanders over here that is Negroid type here too. We got a bloodline for the Pacific Islands, and nobody want to talk about them. Nobody want to talk about the bloodline of them too. So watch this. Now, like I said, these people right here, they come from Papua New Guinea. It's called the Moro in the Pacific slave trade. Why don't y'all talk about the Negroes from the Pacific slave trade coming over here? They called them the East Indians. And when y'all talk about East Indians, y'all want to talk about these people. Y'all want to talk about these people, right? Y'all want to talk about these people. But you don't want to talk about these people. You don't want to talk about these people. Get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Now, I just want to know. So when you try to talk about us, this is the reason why I'm bringing it up. When you want to talk about us being Africans, you cannot forget about the Pacific Islanders. You cannot forget about the Pacific Islanders that went to the Caribbeans, that went to Mexico, that went to South America, that went to Virginia, alongside with the few number of Africans that was here. A lot of these people all got classified as Negroes, no matter where they came from. And that's why I brought out this term right here. When somebody said, go read a dictionary, this is the reason why I brought it out. In the Oxford Dictionary, the term Negro, a dark-skinned person of any origin. A dark-skinned person. The term Negro now, because when old girl, what's her name? Oh, I forgot what her name. Where the fuck that girl name was? I forgot her name. Athena. Yeah, her name was Athena. When Athena tried to talk about the term swarthy and say, oh, it just means a dark-skinned person. It don't mean white. Newsflash. White people isn't described as dark-skinned people. Native Americans isn't described as dark-skinned people. Mexicans is not described as dark-skinned people. I'm talking today. Y'all was not described as. Y'all was all described as sallow, fallow, and fair-skinned. All of y'all was. So don't come on here talking about some, oh, I'm dark skinned. I'm copper colored. No, the fuck you wasn't. Because when I pull up the true dark skin, all right, I'm gonna show y'all. But a dark skinned person of any origin in early US, usually with the reference to American Indians. To American Indians. American Indians, Native Americans, show me a time when you was called a fuck. Tell me a time when you was called a Negro. Now, like I said, sorry about that. Like I said, when was a time you Native Americans, i.e., indigenous people, ever was called Negroes? I only brought up two sources to that panel. I wasn't fit to give them all my knowledge. I know what the fuck they trying to do. Nobody's not stupid. Everybody know me as the knowledge pusher. I push this knowledge. I know what I'm talking about. I'm sitting up here observing the disrespect, the talking over people, and try to make it seem like you more intelligent than another person and belittling people. That's why I told them all to shut the fuck up. I said, shut the hell up. You don't know nothing. Because at the end, when I brought this up and showed that old girl was trying to paint a narrative, she brought out one definition going to say something. Oh, that term you bringing up, natural? It said Negro means people of Africa. Oh, so you tried to fucking lie, paint a narrative. Let me go to the website in live time before I drop down to bust your punk ass out. And that's what I did. And now look at you, you was up there stuttering. Yeah, Athena, you was up there stuttering. This is what these people do. You cannot trust people like Only Sauce. He is a person that's condoning the racist individuals. Racist sauce, I call him Racist Sauce. New nickname. But what he did was he's condoning this stuff. He's siding with the people that did this bullshit to us, which a lot of people was doing it. We all know they're doing it for clout chase. That's why I ain't brought out so much knowledge, because I knew they was only doing it just to see our source and try to give an opinion on it on some shit they don't know. Only Sauce don't know nothing. Only Sauce don't know nothing about this knowledge. He don't. He don't know nothing. Sorry, my bad. Taking care of some stuff at the same time. But like I said, these people, they don't know anything. You heard the panel. All they kept doing was going to articles from universities. One little sentences like this shit, as if one little sentence can talk about the whole entire shebang in history. What they all going off of is a Darwin mindset. And when I say Darwin mindset, let's bring it up. When you say all black people come from Africa, when you say all black people come from Africa, you coming from a Darwinistic mindset. You coming from a racist mindset. That's why I told them on that panel, all of y'all are using double standard. All of y'all are hypocritical because you still sit up here trying to push us all to Africa. That is a Darwinistic mindset to believe that all Negroes come from Africa. Do you know what the base of that is? I'm going to show you. Watch this. This is a book that debunks Darwinism. It was an Arab. He made this book. And I love this book because he brings up plenty of sources and he uses common sense to debunk Darwinism. But let's go. We're going to go to the main thing. The main source of this. This is about Darwinism. It says one of the most important yet least known aspects of Darwin is his racism. Darwin regarded white Europeans as more advanced than other human races, while Darwin presumed that man evolved from ape-like creatures. He surmised that some races developed more than others, and that the latter still bore feminine features. In his book, The Descent of Man, I'm pretty sure none of them ain't read it. I read it. It's a very racist book. A very, very, very racist book. Which he published after The Origins of Species. Go read his book. Yo, you so-called scientists that believe in the out-of-Africa theory, go read it. You're going to find out where the out-of-Africa theory really comes from. He boldly commented on the greater differences between man and distant races. In his book, Darwin held blacks and Australian Aborigines to be equal to gorillas, and then inferred that these would be done away with by the civilized races in time. He said, so those of y'all that keep coming up with this out of African theory, you calling me a gorilla. You calling your child a gorilla. You calling everybody that you calling a melanated person a gorilla or a descendant of a gorilla. When they talk about these bones, they talking about gorillas. Yes, get it? Eugenics. Eugenics. That's why the Pan-Africans mad. I respect some Pan-Africans, but those that come with these devices and don't understand what they really teaching and don't know where their sources is really coming from, they just say trust the science. Okay, who is science? Who is science? This man. He is science. When they talk about science, this is the God of your science. Eugenics, Darwinism, man came from ape. This is your father. Native Americans, they keep calling us Africans. Pan-Africans, they keep calling us Africans. That's who you believe in. Why don't you believe in stuff that was written from an African that's not influenced by European settlers? Why? That's what I want to know. Why y'all so hell bent on us pushing the knowledge that we're pushing about us saying we're not Africans? No disrespect to the people of the continent of Africa and no disrespect to the tribes of Africa. It's disrespect to the knowledge that they present. I got no problem with Pan-Africans. I got problems with the stuff you teach, which go back to Darwin and materialism and terrorism. Most people think that the theory of evolution was first proposed by Charles Darwin and rests on scientific evidence, observations, and experiments. However, the truth is that Darwin was not its originator. And it says, neither does the theory rest on scientific proof. It says the theory consists on adaptations to nature of the ancient dogma of materialism philosophy. Who he got his shit from? You gotta follow the rabbit hole. And it says, although it is not backed up by scientific discoveries, this is a modern book. And I hate modern ass books, but he's telling you the truth. Darwinism's not backed with scientific discoveries. How they found that bone and said Lucy, the Eve gene, Australopithecus, Denisovans, Africanus. That is not backed off scientific proof. They just saying, look, we found the bone and I think all Africans came to it. It's a theory. A racist theory. And they found out that these bones are linked to primates. That panel right here, the sauce, that's what he promotes. Since we want to talk about narratives, everybody that's in opposition against Monty, that's in opposition against Goddess right here, that's in opposition against Natural and Godly right here, they all promote this primate thing. You need to be careful who you get your information from. You need to be careful because my channel is nothing more. It's all about information. Yeah, I could talk shit all day. Let me go ahead and make you a mod. Yeah, I could talk shit all day. That's cool. But what I'm going to push more than talking shit, knowledge. Let me go ahead and we'll make sis a mod real quick. Settings, moderators, add, we got Goddess TV. There you go, boom, Goddess TV, you're a moderator, there you go. There you go. Yeah, right, Ebony. You got to understand why we're talking shit. Why are we talking shit? It's because these people don't produce no evidence and they just paint a narrative. I understand that I look, I agree with you. I'm tired of all us talking shit. But y'all got to understand that it is needed when it comes down to situations like this. Y'all got to understand when a narrative is being painted, when they're talking down on our knowledge, belittling us, and you just saying quit talking shit, just let them do what they do. No, sir, no evil would not prevail. When my name attached to it, when my wife name attached to it, with Be For All and Goddess TV and Godly and Opium, Lowe's, Rashad, with that name attached to it, I'm not gonna let this shit ride. I do not let evil prevail. So I understand y'all tired of talking shit, but sometimes knowledge gotta be produced while talking shit. Because the whole thing is shit. It's shit. I'm just being real. It's cool. It's cool, but talking shit shouldn't be the main thing. It shouldn't be done all the time. I rarely do this on my stuff. I teach more than doing it. But these last couple of lives, I had to do it. I had to burn some bridges. Stuff had to be addressed. People had to be separated. We had to separate the clout chasers from the real people. And we understand that certain people love clout chasers. We got a group of people that love people that just like talking shit. They don't really care about the Indian knowledge. They just care about people talking shit. So we even separating the supporters. We got people that just love people that's talking shit. So, hey, you love talking shit? I'm have a damn talking shit. Come over here and support me. I got a damn speaker knowledge. Come over here and support me. It's bubbles. But one is bad, one is good, but it's still duality, it's still balance. You got to find yourself in it. But back to this knowledge, what I'm saying. Y'all understand that Darwinism comes from materialism. If y'all can, those of y'all that actually want to seek knowledge and understand it, I want y'all to do your homework on materialism. Darwinism, materialism, how it's compare it and show how it goes against one another as well. If y'all want to, this could debunk a lot of shit what people say today. Do your homework on Darwinism and materialism. It destroys the Pan-African movement. It destroys Pangea. I can show you how it destroys Pangea too, because they said primates walked across America. I'm telling you. And I can show you based off the maps that Pangea did not exist. Pangea was created to promote Darwinism. There's no proof that Pangea existed. But what I got proof that we was connected from Antarctica, but not from Africa. Africa is not the cradle. It's not even the oldest continent. It's actually the youngest continent. It got the youngest rocks, the youngest fossils, the youngest elephants, the youngest plants. Africa is not the progenitor of nothing. I'm telling y'all, start looking to anthropologists' work of America and compare it to Africa. Compare the rock formations. Compare the fossils. You will see America is older. The other oldest continent on this planet is Europe and Italy. Europe and Italy is older than Africa. Literally. It's fossils. Everything that they got is older than Africa. And I don't get why I keep saying Africa is the motherland when it's the youngest. All this could easily be proven. Right? I could do it with a quick Google search for those of y'all that like to do Google. Then take the minerals too. Let me tell you this too. You want to know why Africa got majority of the minerals right now? It's because they didn't excavate it. They didn't rip it out. All the minerals in America has been literally taken out besides the side where we at right now. They ain't started digging on that side where we at across the Mississippi. But look at the East Coast. Look at the rock formations. What they call it. It looked like machinery was all inside of the Grand Canyon. All the gold. They had the gold rush taking place when? The 1800s. Right? This stuff could be researched. They took majority of all the minerals out of America. Now all of a sudden Africa, they the king of minerals. It's because you're the youngest. That's why. We the oldest. The oldest continent is barely going to have minerals and resources. It already been ripped out. America been conquered many times in history. Columbus and them was just the latest. America was conquered by these people. If you look at the term discover, it means to recover, to take over, to take back over. This shit happened before. This ain't something new. Matter of fact, let's show you. Let's show you the definition. We're still going to tap into Darwinism. But let's look into the definition of discover. I'm telling you, I'm showing you the difference between somebody that actually studies and don't. These people up here just be talking, just talking. That's it. All right. Discover. It says discovering, divulge, reveal, to disclose, to expose. Then you get on down here. It says to uncover, to unroof, to unveil, to cover up, to cover, overwhelm. Right? So we can even look into here. It doesn't mean, oh, I found it. It doesn't mean I found it. It means to uncover. It doesn't mean you found anything. It just means you revealed it. How long was it here before you revealed it? It was a secret. America was a secret. All right, here we go. It says discovery. Hold on, discovered. Discover. Here we go. Discover. These, and we're gonna go cover. All right. Again, we reading from this book right here. You gotta excuse my son in the background. He mad, but it says literally to uncover, to remove a covering. It says to lay open to the view, to disclose, to show, to make visible, to expose, to view something before unseen or concealed. Right? Now you go on down here, it says to reveal, to make known. Then it also said to have the first sight of. And it says, as a man at mass had discovered land. And it says when he had discovered Cyprus, he left it on the left hand. That means when somebody just seen it, somebody on a boat, oh, okay, I see the land. It doesn't mean, oh, I found it. It doesn't mean that. Like I am the first person that found it. No, it just been hidden, right? And it says to find out, to attain the first knowledge of. Who did? This was the first time America was revealed to the people at that time. And it says to come to the knowledge of something sought or before unknown. And it says Columbus discovered the variation of the magnetic needle. But it doesn't mean he was the first. It doesn't mean he the one that created it. Because he wasn't. It been here. Magnetation, location been here a long time ago. And it says we often discover our mistakes when too late to prevent their evil effects. That means you already knew about them. You just now want to do something about it. Now here it goes, it says to detect as we discovered the artifacts, the thief finding himself discovered. uncovered. He was hidden. It doesn't mean, oh, we just found it. It was here. There was nothing else before that before we found it. Do you get the understanding of discovered? Do you get the understanding of discovered, uncovered, disclosed to view, laid open, revealed? It's not first seen by who? Because it been here. If it have been hidden, that means it was already seen. If you go get the book, Philo of Alexandria, he talks about the America, the land between the two pillars. Philo of Alexandria, he was in Europe, in Rome, in that region. He talks about the continent between the two pillars. They had this knowledge during Greco-Roman time. Greco-Roman time. It was hidden knowledge to the people of those lands. But they've been coming here. They've been traveling. It was just time for warfare. So they had to let the people know. Let me know how it was time for warfare. When they came over here, it was warfare. Okay, came over here slaying. It was warfare. America already knew about these people coming, and they're making it seem like, oh, they didn't know. Yes, the hell they did know. They knew. We already knew what they was coming over here to do. They did it before. And then it was put off for a few hundred years. Then they took it over again. How we know? Roman artifacts. Roman artifacts. My brother David, he brought this out. Roman artifacts found in America. Roman artifacts found in America. It's called out of place artifacts. Who really discovered America? We got Roman coins. Roman coins, the Roman sword, found in Arizona, found in Canada. That's what I mean, recovered.
Discoveries are overturning the idea that Columbus was the first European to reach the Americas. Roman coins were found in Texas at the bottom of an Indian mound in Round Rock. The mound is dated at approximately 800 AD.
Bring it back.
The mound, Round Rock, an Indian mound found in Texas at
Let's
the
just
bottom
bring it
of
all the way back.
New discoveries are overturning the idea that Columbus was the first European to reach the Americas. Roman coins were found in Texas at the bottom of an Indian mound in Round Rock. The mound is dated at approximately 800 AD. A fresco in the Roman city of Pompeii depicts a pineapple and several types of squash, both native to the Americas. In 1957, in a field near Phoenix City, Alabama, a small boy found a coin from Sicily, dating from 490 BC.
David, did you not say that the Greco-Romans came and invaded Alabama and settled in Illinois and became the Creek? Did that not happen? Well, there go the Swiss with the Negro head with the braids behind it. The real Greeks is black. The real Romans is black. There we go. Found in Alabama.
In 1886, the remains of a typically Roman shipwreck were found in Galveston Bay, Texas.
What?
In Oklahoma, a bronze coin struck in Syria in 63 AD, bearing the face of Emperor Nero, was found in 1976. A Roman sword, a legionnaire's whistle, part of a Roman shield, and a Roman head sculpture were found off an island in Canada. The hall was discovered in a shipwreck off of Nova Scotia and is consistent with ancient Roman metallurgy. A small terracotta head sculpture was found in 1933 under 3 heavy floors of a building dated between 1476 and 1510. The head, found just outside Mexico City, is consistent with Roman sculpture.
Outside where? Mexico City? Romans? Quit playing with me, man. Quit fucking playing.
From approximately 200 AD. In Brazil, a sunken shipwreck was discovered, appearing to be the remains of an ancient Roman ship. Among the ruins were large jars which appeared to be made during the Roman Empire. The jars were dated between the 1st century BC and 3rd century AD. How much of our history do we really know?
Thank you. Fucking thank you. Like I keep telling y'all, stop going to these people for this information because they don't know nothing. Pan-Africans don't know this stuff. No disrespect, but y'all don't know this stuff. Y'all steady out here trying to debunk us, and you keep getting proven wrong over and over and over again. You cannot debunk this stuff. Y'all need to think about where the hell is we getting it from. That's what y'all really need to be thinking. Where are we getting this from? Where are we getting it from? We just coming up with it, just making this shit up? Y'all don't do the research we doing. Y'all reading, the only things y'all reading is shit that was given to you from John D. Rockefeller. After he changed the General Board of Education, he changed the education system, he changed the locations, he changed the information, he changed the events, he changed every goddamn people. We got white people becoming Africans. We got Chinese people becoming Africans. We got everybody becoming Africans because of the education system. Universities is part of that education system. The Rockefellers, the 13 families, own all universities. Therefore, they own the education system. They give you what they want you to know. And what you know is not even real information. Right? So, I'm going to start letting people up in a minute. Give me a minute. Right? So, when we talking about the individuals in their lives, they don't know what the hell they talking about. They go to articles and only read shit from an article and say debunk. That's not debunking. Meanwhile, you pushing this out of African shit that comes from a monkey theory. Now, we're going to go back to Darwin. We're going to go back to Darwin. What is the basis of Darwin's? Darwin's life. Hold on. Let me make this bigger. Everybody say go to Google, but they don't Google the right shit. They don't Google the right shit. They Google the first thing they see, and that's it, and say debunk. They don't do intensive research. Everybody knows when you go to college and you want to write a historical paper on somebody, they said the older the source, the better. And reading comp 1, and reading comp 2, and writing comp 1, and writing comp 2, especially writing comp 3. They tell you if you're going to write a historic document, you got to pull from the time when they was alive. The older the source, the better. The older the source, the more credible the source is. If you're making a history paper. In college, I'm not talking about some elementary bullshit. I'm not talking about some high school bullshit. I'm talking about writing comp 3. Y'all know this. They told y'all going to .orgs is not credible enough. Going to .govs is not credible enough. If you're getting writing comp 3, they want you to read a full-fledged book, then write about it. That's what they want you to do. But y'all don't do that shit. Especially history. Y'all just write about shit like about Margaret Sanger or that ABC Club or something about Martin Luther King or something about Jesse Jackson or something about the Flint, something happened with the water with Flint. Y'all write about some modern ass shit. But when we talk about real history, y'all all getting a fucking F. They're going to give you a fucking C or a D when you're bringing up modern sources talking about history. I did this shit. I know. Because I had to write a book. I mean, not a book. Well, it's kind of like a book. What you call a short book? I forgot. It was more than 15 pages. I had to write a whole thing about, what's that guy name? It was a black dude. I forgot his freaking name. I had to go find a memoir about it. I forgot his goddamn name. This happened like 5-6 years ago. I'll say it once it comes to mind. But if those of y'all ain't went to college, that's what y'all got to do. If y'all going to write a historic paper. But it says Darwin's lie. Life is conflict. It says Darwin set out with one basic deception when developing his theory. The developing of living things depends on the fight for survival. Think hard on it. The fight of survival. Who's running things right now? It's the fight of survival. Who's destroying us right now? It's the fight of survival. Who's creating the foods and putting stuff inside the foods and producing into a certain community? It's the fight for survival. The only way to combat the fight for survival is to grow your own stuff, make your own clothes, and be your own community, which they took from you through taxation and reclassification. The only way they could tax you is through reclassification. That's why you going by color codes right now. And misnomers such as race. That's not even biological. It's penmanship. All right. So let me bring this person up real quick. Hold on. Let me read this last part. It says the strong win the struggle. The strong win the struggle. When the sun heats up, who will win? If these people will let nature take its course and leave it the hell alone, stop making these weather devices, stop with weather manipulation, stop trying to block out the sun, stop poisoning the food, stop poisoning the water, let animals live and thrive, let things grow. If y'all do that shit, who will really survive? If y'all let nature be, who will really survive? And yes, it will be the melanated people, because for one, the sun is getting hot as hell. It's going back to the real temperatures. We had temperatures extreme as 200 and up, and that was normal weather to us. I'm talking about in America. Matter of fact, not just America, all over. Why you think when the melanated people, the melanated Moors came over here, they said, oh, we surprised we don't see the dark-skinned people of Africa over here in America. They said America got tropical climate. What the fuck had happened? Because if that's the case, that means there was dark-skinned people here. I mean, it still is, because I got books where they was describing these people as dark-ass Negroes in Africa. But the point is, why the hell y'all blocking out the sun? It's because y'all know America is going back to its real temperatures. You will see who's a real American. You will see who's the real American Indian once nature takes its course finally. You will see who the incubator babies is. You will see who the clones is. You will see that every melanated person on this earth, every melanated person on this earth is the original people of all lands, including the so-called ice ring, which originally in the 1400s wasn't even no damn ice ring. You will see that. And when that time come, yeah, we all going to be suffering from this heat, but we're going to be adjusting, and we're going to see who's real and who's not. Now, let nature take its course. Stop chemtrailing, we'll see. But it says, the strong, it says, I don't know who the hell this is. Telemarketer. It says, the strong win the struggle. Are you physically stronger than us? No. The weak are condemned to defeat and oblivion. That's what Darwin said. That was the base of his theory. Let's go. Who is this? It's David. I mean, I was for the link for just about 5
minutes. You good, bro? It's just me.
No. It was another person. His name started with an E or something, I think. I seen him on the same panel back here with this guy. Before I even got up there, and he dropped him down. So I already knew. I was going to give him his little 5 minutes, fuck him up, then get him back down. But yeah, you go ahead, David. What's up?
Nah, man, I just love it because like how we're one of the first people to put out that the Greeks was here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody knows that. The Greeks were here, which actually tears apart the whole European narrative that they were pale skinned. You know what I'm saying? That they conquered this land. They were one of the first people to conquer this land, bro. Right. And this means that all of history has to be rewritten. As a matter of fact, if it's possible, if you don't mind, can you go to my page and air that video out for me? The Greek video?
Right, hold on. Let me.
Thanks, brother.
Got it signed in. Let me turn down the interface. By the way, y'all, I got new gear. To let y'all know, that's how I'm doing my lives compared to the first stuff y'all seen. But yeah, I got a gaming PC and some more stuff now. But
My man.
all right, we're gonna go to TikTok. Let me put this down. Put myself on mute because I know it's probably gonna
Cool.
blast some shit.
Me and you were one of the first peoples to put that out. I put it out like the year before last, and then I saw you put out that the Greeks were in Alaska with that article, and then after that, I put out the whole thing, like the Greek artifacts found in the in Illinois, in southern Illinois, and they had like the coins, they had like the swords, they had the medals, they had everything right there, bro. The helmets. That explains why the post office has Greek columns. That explains why you walk around and you're gonna find like Greco-Roman things all over the United States. We're not playing, man. Like we do more scholarly work than the damn scholars, yo. We dig deep. You know what I'm saying? We go. How I find out my work, I go to the library and I go to the back of the library and the books that cost like $1,000, $2,000 is the ones that I open up. As a matter of fact, sometimes they have to bring in an extra librarian. Like I have to schedule an appointment with a librarian to watch me read a textbook from like the 1600s or whatever. That's how crazy this whole thing is, bro. Yeah, it's on
Thanks.
my main
All right.
page. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Which
up.
video?
Yeah, click on my you in there. You in my main page. Go in my main page, and then you just scroll down like me. It's like 3 lines down, maybe. That's it. All right, scroll.
One,
Go
two,
down.
three.
Yeah, yeah, beneath that one. No, no, no. Oh yeah, right there, top right, the black one with the white dude on it. You see the B? Then
Yeah.
then to the right of that, and to the yeah, that's it. There, yeah, 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 that's it right there. Dude is very sincere in explaining like, yo, these are the
Very bad
artifacts. This is how
story.
much it's worth.
It's a bad story. Taking a turn awry. A lot of it is a very, very bad story. Yeah. It's a bad story taking a turn awry for the worse. Okay.
Could you explain a little bit about that? Why is it a bad story taking?
Well, it's an ancient Egyptian tomb of Macedonians in the middle of the heartland of North America. It doesn't get any worse than that.
Macedonians are the Greeks.
Doesn't get any worse. I can't think of anything. If the people looking for Alexander's tomb had tablets with Alexander, Miriam and Setepen Ra written in Egyptian glyph on them, they would just be dancing in the streets.
Yeah.
If they had half, 1/10 of what it is that we have
But if
here.
it was in somewhere where conventional wisdom was
Right.
if it was in Syria or
Jordan or Macedonia or Greece or Italy.
but 2 hours east of St. Louis.
Yeah, no. That's not the right place.
Yeah.
That's not the right place because they haven't seen enough of the real artifacts to understand that what has happened.
So
They'll come in, I'll show them the art, and then to them it's all fake. So then they just look at this amazing artifact that came from Marion County. Oh well, we don't. I had one professor tell me, well, we don't have anything in our records that show anything in that area. So your artifacts must be fake.
is there any way of like radiocarbon dating?
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of forensic tests that I've had over a couple of dozen of them go through forensic lab out of Santa Fe with people who deal with artifacts and archaeologists from all over the world, not just the ignorant people in the state of Illinois, but they are they work with museums all over the world and different countries, China, Russia, stuff like that.
And what did they come?
Oh, they come back at plus 1,800 years before present, plus 1,600 years before present. No modern tool markings, no high RPM markings at all.
So yeah, RPM means like machine tools.
Yeah, or somebody twisting something. That they all are carved in the ancient manner.
So say it is discovered to be true for some reason, that's it, like it's all true, it's been proven right. What do you think?
I would probably hit the lecture circuit, spend some more time with deciphering and cataloging artifacts, getting more explanations and solving more riddles that we've encountered with the artifacts, and moving on, cutting more really off the wall and strange videos that I enjoy doing, that discoveries I make with my researches and reading,
Okay. So,
writing more books. Yeah.
some people have said, well, this is just a big comment, it's kind of got out of control, and everyone involved is kind of doing themselves.
A lot of it is a very, very bad story.
Yeah.
It's a bad.
What did it just repeat itself?
Yeah. I mean, that's finished. It's finished. You can go to
Oh,
part
okay.
two if you want, but it just shows you. He said right there, Alexander the Great was there, Macedonia. That's the Greeks right here in America.
They
They don't know the whole story. It is presented.
This part two, y'all.
They don't know the whole story. It is presented that way, and it is presented poorly and well as a con, as a hoax, and a lot of the stuff about me is absolute slander.
People watching this, they might decide, so like, I'm going to go to County, Illinois, and find some Egyptian artifacts. What would you say to them?
I tell them that it's in the southeast part of the county.
Just go look at it.
Yeah. There's two thoughts to the locals. You have Neanderthal locals, and then you have intelligent locals. The intelligent locals wish that something would happen. This would be a boom to this entire area. But this area has been so economically depressed for the last 40, 50 years that people wouldn't know what you mean something here would actually come about that would be, create jobs, and there's this mindset that there's nothing good about Southern Illinois.
Yeah.
And
back to that gold, like how much would you estimate how much gold was taken out of the cavern?
I have recorded 4 piles of gold from pictures and people who have dealt with burrows years and years ago. And there's still one pile out there that I don't know where it is. I haven't seen any of the replicated pieces from that pile, and it was a huge pile.
So
I would say in upwards of 1.5 tons to 2 tons, which isn't that much. I mean,
but not much.
Yeah, if it's melted down, yeah.
But how much would that be? So I'm not actually doing the calculation in my head anymore. Watching this, that would be half a ton of gold. Was it 1,000 grams an ounce?
Well, see, then you're talking ounces of Louvier and Troy ounces.
Oh,
Okay, because then you got your French English ounces, and then you have Troy ounces, which are in gold, and so it's they're quite commonly different.
Could you give me a figure roughly?
I wouldn't say. Well, if it was 77,300,000 back in 1987, I would say when the price of gold was $320 an ounce, you could just exponentially add that up to 4 times that amount, maybe 4 times, which is what, $28-30 million. But that's just in actual gold weight. And then intrinsic value, billions. These artifacts I have here, are intrinsically worth millions of dollars. And
because they're proof of pre-Columbian contact.
Yeah, and European contact, Egyptian contact. Yeah, it's a Mediterranean contact. We kind of try to stay away from the labeling of this and that. Mediterranean covers everything.
Mediterranean civilization contact. Okay.
What is the land where it has the ancient Ptolemaic Sema buried on it, with Queen of Queens Cleopatra and Arxanthrus, Alexander the Great. Well, what's it worth? What's it worth? It's probably worth more than the property that the big tower in Dubai sits on. The fact that years ago, my friend Paul deciphered some stones that were originally claimed to be from Marion County, Illinois, and they turned out to be a Latin mishmash of Mediterranean languages, Greek, Latin with Phoenician characters, a lot of Egyptian hieroglyphs, a lot of Numidian, and these stones told a story about a colony leaving from Alexandria, Egypt, and coming here.
When did they leave?
Looks about like 25 to 30 BC.
So they came through the Gulf of Mexico, the Mississippi River,
Right. They went from around the Horn of Florida and came up Mississippi. Then they came up the Ohio River, the Big Wabash, the Little Wabash, the Skillet Fork, into the Lick Branch, and where there's a couple of ravines there.
So why is that history going back?
Well, we have done everything. Well, it was quite obscure until 1982. It's still extremely obscure until we came on the scene in 1994. The cave was documented first in 1925.
Okay.
And it was written about in the 80s and in the 70s in treasure books. And this one guy crisscrossed the information from two different treasure books, and then he got into the area, and then two of the local people actually escorted him to this site.
And then he started extracting the...
He found a way into this cave, and he started extracting artifacts, and he did so for a solid 8 years. But not only artifacts, gold as well.
Okay, could you tell me a little bit about the gold?
All their ledger books, it appears that he first found a couple of pieces of gold, and at the end of his hunting season, which would be first of fall of 1985, 86 or so. But it was in 87, 88, 89 when he really started pulling out just literally probably 1.5 tons of gold.
So this gold that's real, what would you say to people about that?
They
X that off.
But we were all lied to in history books, guys. It's time to get the truth out. You know what I'm saying? Let people know that, it happened here. Even the whole Bible situation. Them making fake Israel. Guess where Israel really is? Israel is really in the Americas, because we know Egypt and Israel is synonymous with one landmass. And it's written in the book of Maccabees, which is what they pulled out of the Bible. The book of Maccabees has the Greek conquering America. It's written in there. Alexander the Great was here. This guy just blew the whole thing open. Yo, are you talking natural? Because I can't hear you if you are.
Damn, how long I been mute?
You were mute like
How long I
forever,
been
bro.
mute?
We didn't hear nothing. You kept it. Mum's the word.
What's the video playing though?
Yeah, that was my video. Yeah, the
was
video
it
was playing
playing
cool.
though? 'Cause you said I was
Yeah. We all saw it. Yeah, we saw the
okay,
video.
cool. Yeah, all right.
Mhm.
Okay, good. Well, I was saying, yeah, all these people was here. All the information that took place was here. Like, y'all need to understand the reason these anthropologists, mainstream anthropologists, the reason the Smithsonians will say something different, and also religious leaders, and what else? It's another. Oh, and the academia people. The reason they would do this because they already had built a system based off their beliefs. They based everything in Africa and on their side. They don't want to start over. That's the reason they keep shunning it away, because they spent so much time building a evidence on that side and basically just shunned the way to America. They all admitted that America is the old land, got the oldest rock formations and everything, but they're just gonna sit up there and throw away everything else that America has. So now, since this shit is coming to the forefront, people is asking questions like, why are y'all basically throwing away the evidence that is here, that predates the evidence on the other side? They just want to throw away and they make a joke about it, but they don't prove. No, so they never prove that it's wrong. They would come up with an opinion and say, oh, it probably fell in, or one of the colonizers just probably brought it here and just put it in the mountain somewhere. Or they would come up with all these insane opinions with no proof.
Facts, Natural. Check this out. How many mummies do you have to find? Because we got mummies all over the world. We got mummies in Brazil, mummies in France, mummies in America, everywhere, every city in America, right? How many mummies do you have to find in that little place, Egypt, for you to consider like, yo, they getting this place from someplace else?
That's y'all question. How many? They found artifacts.
They found millions of mummies, bro. It's not thousands. They found millions of mummies, and they found those millions right here in America. It's not over there in Africa. They got to make stuff up for us to believe. That's how crazy this whole situation is.
That's facts. That's facts. David, was you up? Did you even see that live today?
I was there.
Where
He
everybody was
didn't
in
even
at
want to let me in
the sauce?
because Monty was like, "Yo, let brother David in." He's like, I was in there, right? He didn't. He pretended like he didn't see me. He's like, I don't see him."
He just wanted his guys up here, his best friends up there. But
Bingo.
really, like I said, y'all, the only thing I'm telling y'all need to be careful who you getting your knowledge from, especially if they just some article ass people reading the first thing they see and cherry picking the article and stuff like that. Don't fall for these people because these people ain't really they ain't reading no books. They ain't doing none of it. And so we throw a book, they sit up there and make a joke about it and say, "Oh, history got to be updated."
Especially
History
shit
is not
stained pride.
software.
Yeah, shit stained pride don't know what the hell she talking about. She
Oh,
don't read no books.
when I was up there, she ain't say shit to me. She ain't said nothing to me. She ain't started talking until I left. She ain't asked me no question, nothing. She knows. A lot of them know. The only one that was really just talking shit was really Port City and that dude called Jones or whatever. Mr. Jones, whatever his name is.
Port City got to realize, like, yo, how many times you gonna go back to that same old three pyramids over there in Africa? The same old three pyramids. Oh, older civil. Nah, it's BS, bro. The pyramids over here are way older. We gonna still listen to you, guy? Get out of here.
Right, and you already know I'm doing my lesson on the Calavera School, right? And so far, Brown Girl already tried to say, "Oh, it been debunked and everything." And I asked her the question, "Who debunked it?" Oh, this article says it was debunked. Who debunked it? You don't want to tell me the name. You don't
Nobody
want to tell me
debunked it.
how they debunked it.
Nobody debunked it.
But I found the thing. I found it where they was trying to debunk it. It was in this book. This is where the articles got their sources from. And guess who the one that tried to debunk it? It wasn't an archaeologist. It wasn't a paleontologist. It wasn't nobody from the Smithsonian Institute. It was a preacher. A preacher said, "Hey, I don't believe in that." He was basically the preacher was trying to paint this "we came from Africa" type stuff. The land started in Africa and the Middle East type stuff. This Calavera School predated their little Bible belief. You know, the Christianship shit. So they tried to, this
Yeah.
preacher said he made up a whole story and said, this preacher went in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring it out in my live, my YouTube live. But this preacher, he went inside the cave. He said, "I went inside the cave and I placed that fossil there. It's fake. I made it up with clay and all that other stuff." That's what he said. But when the anthropologists actually examined the thing, they found that it wasn't made out of no clay or none of that shit. They found out that this preacher had freaking lied, but they didn't even want to tell the news or nobody. I found it. So whoever want to come challenge me on a Calavera Score, I got your number. That's why I ain't made no rebuttals to nothing because I'm ready.
Yo, natural man. The game is up, man.
Yeah.
We on them. We on them, bro.
Yes, sir. What's up, goddess?
Peace. I just want to say shout out to y'all, man, because y'all be so calm. I tried though. I ended up telling everybody.
No, you just wasn't telling for the bullshit. I almost
Nah,
snapped
we
like you
won,
did, but I had
guys.
to
We
contain
won.
myself.
Yeah, because I really don't like the fact. The only reason that really made me go over there is when they tried to make us a terrorist organization. Because that's the same stuff they did with our ancestors. Tried to call us savages. Tried to say we was doing all of this stuff just so that they can take their hate out on us and run these campaigns and hangings and stuff like that. So it's just like it's the same thing all over again. My main thing over there was just to say that don't lie on us, cause we ain't threatened nobody. We didn't say we was coming to none of y'all raises or none of that. And the fact that y'all keep saying that it makes sense, we don't make sense, but they make sense. But when we say open a laptop, they all of a sudden don't know how to speak English. We sit here. I asked them multiple times, where turn the laptops on. If you can't do that, then get out our face. And then they talk about, oh, y'all showing us drawings. Um, of something a YT supremacist drew. First off,
You
that
white.
tells us that you
They
don't
white.
know. You don't even know your information because they had to report to other people because they were trying to conquer. So if you have to report what people look like, you have to report what minerals are there, you have to report what the plants are like, what food they eat, the whole way of life, everything. So when they draw these pictures, they're drawing it from what they saw at that time. So they try to just skip past it as if this is a coloring book or something, like we don't know what we're talking about. So, right, Photoshop. So it's just like I commend y'all, man, because I don't have that much patience, and that's why I did the Discord because I'm getting to the point where, man, we just gonna be stepping in real life at this point.
Almost definitely. I actually plan on setting up a meeting with Chief Warhorse. I found out that she had no. I found out she knew about me, so I'm gonna try to set up some type of, what I'm saying, documentary or something to go out and visit her and talk to her. Like I'm finna go ahead and be in the field with this stuff.
Yeah, that's why I kept talking about building the micro communities on Discord because at this point, whether we need to get pods or fucking RVs, something, but we need to, we really got to come together and really just start really doing this because at this point, these people they get a little bit of clout, a little bit of gifts on TikTok and these social media sites. This shit is beyond that for us. Like this is real.
That's what they don't understand. They think that's. I keep telling people stop calling this stuff a movement because, like y'all said, this is our real life. Finding a genealogy and finding the nationality on that census, that's not a movement. That's who you are. And that's the narrative that they're trying to paint. Something similar to that, like the camps today in the Hebrew Israelite community. Not all of them, but like that's like a movement in a sense. Or, what I'm saying, Black Party movement. We're
Yeah.
not a movement.
And I stopped listening to them too, Natural, because they were teaching this Pan Africanism BS. And we know that this is the land of corn. How the hell are you going to look at the blessings and say it's Africa? Come on now.
I tried to say on that
Yeah.
live, but it kept cutting me off. The main thing I kept saying is, okay, y'all not helping nobody move to Africa. Y'all not in Africa, but we helping people here right now find a family, trying to find land that they people own. So what's really going on? Because y'all trying to preach people from Africa is not going to help them right now, but knowing you Indian will, knowing what's on them treaties
Facts.
will.
Facts.
This from Barbados. The true exact history of the island of Barbados. First thing you're gonna see on the map: Negroes getting chased, not Africans. They tell you in this old book right here from 1673, a book that they want us to update. Oh yeah, guys, that's what I want to tell you. When we left, I caught what's her name? Athena. Guess what this fool said?
The one who ran
She
from me
said,
yesterday.
yeah, guess what she said? She said, with all these sources they bringing out, we need to find a way to get rid of them. What type of narrative we gonna paint now? That came
What?
out of her mouth in my own summary. Yeah, they came out of her own mouth. In my own
That
summarized
means
way,
we
they
got
came
the
out of her own
victory.
mouth.
That's an automatic win then. That's an automatic win.
Not
So
they
really,
trying to get
like y'all
rid
said,
of sources. So wait, are they going to tell Pro?
Yeah, I think the
yes.
government's probably paying some of these guys. That's for sure.
See, my
Like
thing
Port
is,
City,
yes, I
for
knew
sure. I think he's paid. My bad. Go ahead.
See, my wife, she was trying her best to get me off that line because she knew what they was doing, and I was like, shoot, trust me, I know. But the thing is, yes, we know the live was a setup. It was all a setup just to get our information. That's why I only brought out two sources. That's it. That's why I only brought out dictionary terms. That's it. I wasn't going to open up no book so they can go to Internet Archives and try to boycott to get the book down. That's what they do.
Because the day I
And that's
so
one.
I
That's
looked up
yeah.
the land patents and was helping people with their land patents. Shout out to Chief Janice too. But when I had put that up there, that whole site went down the next day for like 24 hours.
And that's why I gave Monty like two sources because I don't want to give him like my whole canon. You know what I'm saying? So I just gave him two guns. I'm like, here, go with this kid. But he said he didn't even bring it out because I gave him the money because we were on the money before they came. We were before it became greenbacks. We were on the money, and I gave him something else. I forgot what it was, but yeah, it was two things I showed him. Oh yeah, the newsletter saying that we were billionaires.
hmm
No,
And like I
they
said,
even got the sources. They don't know what to look up.
that guy Grix, he don't know what the hell he's doing. He keep basing everything based off his family. He showed me a transfer record of his people from South America and stuff. I said that's cool, but you cannot base that on everybody else as if they share your genealogy like that, bro. So I asked him how to determine who's African. He says phenotype. What phenotype of people look like Africans here? That's what I want to know. He couldn't explain it. He said, I don't study phenotypes. Then why the fuck will you bring it up? That's what I'm saying. People are full of shit. But he is right. It is the phenotype. So if I bring up this, y'all go ahead and speak. But I'm gonna do this as y'all talking.
Nah, I was just gonna say they clearly have distinguished that the Negro skull and the African skull are two different phenotype of skulls. So, with that being said, the Negro race was apart from the African race, and they knew that.
Oh shit, you've been watching my videos. You've been studying, goddess.
Well, because they had to erase the Negro last name of the Yamin Bey, who changed his name to El Negro, who helped get the Moors out of Portugal.
Yeah, because the term of a Negroid
Now what?
skull is that it actually goes pre-flood. It's called dolichocephalic. It's slightly elongated from even the Africans, so we're not even the same people.
Just to
Now
let
y'all
you
check this
know,
out.
a lot of American Indians have an overbite, and we have old blood type, but they never talk about that type of stuff though.
I sure got an overbite. Hey, but
We all
look,
do.
this
My ass
this is the
definitely got an
tribes of
overbite.
Nigeria.
As soon as you said that, my joint
Like
said,
this, look, this is the tribes of Nigeria, right? I'm not gonna read them, but we got Yoruba, Jawa, all this other stuff. He said, "All right, I wish I had like this a real debate with him, just showing him this shit and like Igbo and stuff like that." So look, I'm gonna take three tribes, right? I'm gonna copy and paste. I'm gonna say Igbo, Aboriginal, Fulani, Aboriginal. We're gonna look at their phenotype, and we're gonna say which American person look like that. It's just a little game. So the first person I'm gonna get the Fulani. I'm gonna get the Fulani, right? I'm gonna say Fulani Aboriginal. And we're gonna say, do they look like us as a whole collective? We ain't talking about skin color, because we know they are melanated. We know they're brown skin. But do they share our phenotype? The phenotype of the Fulani.
not
Why they
really.
never
They
want us
resemble
to
more of
talk?
the original Filipinos and the Asians.
The original as us as a collective. Put your like, for example, David, can you turn on your camera? You can see they
Yeah,
collectively
one
all
second.
have the same phenotype, right? Or anybody can turn on their camera real quick. I just want to see something. I don't care what you look like. We're just playing a little game. Bring your face closer to the camera. People, even though this is one tribe, do David have the phenotype of the Fulani tribe of Nigeria?
No, and they keep saying
I
we
need to
look
see some
alike
yes or
because
no's.
of the color.
Okay, we're gonna go to another one. I got a lot of no's. Okay, we're gonna type in Igbo, the Igbo Aboriginal Igbo. Here's the Igbo. I need a whole bunch of them at once. Oh, this is the best one. Damn, they got their titties showing. Hold up. Shit.
Ain't nothing wrong with little titty.
It goes.
Yeah, actually, they do let it
You
rock
know
these days.
TikTok.
Yeah, but they let it rock.
They were getting my ass. Okay, Igbo. A lot of them can't grow beards, just to
Igbo look
let you
like
know.
they Nigerian, ain't they?
But not
This the
just that
Igbo tribe.
though. Not just that, right? If you hear us talking, why wouldn't you come check out our information on our pages? That's how you know it's BS.
Yeah, it's true. A lot of
All right,
Africans can't grow hair like
I
we
got
can.
nose for that. We got another one. Somebody saying, "Bro, stop." No, we keeping going. We going with this. I'm going one more. I'm gonna do what's this one? I never even heard of these people. Copy and paste that one.
Like even our
Do
hair
not look
is
similar,
different. The
and
way
y'all
how
know that. The only thing that's similar is skin complexion.
yeah, even the
You
way how
know,
Exactly.
let me say this right quick. When you walking in the street, you know an African from us. Period. We can spot them. Like stop
Mannerisms,
with it.
all that.
Hold on. Where I need a group of them. I don't want just one individual. I need to see
The
many of their
only
phenotypes.
Ethiopian
Okay.
that fit in with us was Nipsey Hussle in them.
Now look at this. They all have similar phenotypes. You see that? The short face, smooth skin, the cheekbones to the nose. Do David look like that?
Are the
No,
Afros?
I don't
Where
look
are
like
the
no.
Afros?
yeah, they got that
So I'm
different looking
saying what
cheekbone thing going on.
they even got a different texture of skin
His
compared
hair
to
don't even
us.
grow like ours.
That's me.
Yeah, and you could tell by
So I'm
how they're
saying like
stiff.
when
Like
y'all talk about
they don't have a swag like we do. You feel me?
so
Like we got a swag, a smoothness. Even in our pics, we like ah. They're like, it's different.
so what I'm saying is when you say the Negroes of America look like the Negroes of Africa, you gotta say which one. So we can pull up, or me personally, which African do I look like? You gotta tell me. If you say Nigerian, okay, Nigeria have like 20 tribes. Which tribe do I match with so I can go talk to these people? Oh, you look like Igbo. Let me go look at the Igbo people. I don't look like them. You like Fulani. I don't look like them. You're just saying I look like somebody because of my skin color. So
So
that's what I'm saying.
I
Quit
know,
calling
and I
people
said you
Africans
denied your
when you don't really know.
you denied your own grandmama.
That's crazy. People picking their cousins over their grandma. That's an inside joke. I said I wasn't gonna really talk about those people.
He had
All
the nerve to talk
right,
about
be for all.
thank you for letting me know if I could help. You ain't help nothing.
It's
I just wanna
facts.
I just wanna ask though,
Go ahead,
like,
sir.
don't you feel like can't you or would you acknowledge though that like there are limitations
Hold on, wait a
to
minute. Wait, Self. Who you're asking? So that
you
person can answer your question.
host?
Okay, me. All right.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Don't you feel like there are limitations to like comparing phenotypes and using that as like an argument for like determining the ancestry of a person?
No.
If we use it for ancestry of our parents, oh, that's your child. That boy look just like.
Yeah, like I think that like phenotype like can go a long way when you're like talking about who your dad is or who your parents are. Like, but like when
Oh
we're
my God.
talking
But
about
wait,
like who are
that
your
can,
four times great
but wait, hold
grandparents,
on.
I
But
think it
that
gets
could
a
be
little
the same
messy.
but we can say the same thing as far as DNA because they're testing lizards and saying they're African too.
Hold up, y'all. Hold up.
That's true.
Hold up. I want to ask him, hold up, be about the bottom of me because he unmuted his mic. That's why I say hold up again. The dude that's beneath me, I'm going to ask you a question. Are all the people that they call black people, do you believe all of them came from Africa? First, start with that question. Go ahead.
I think the term black has been used to describe people in different parts of the world at different time periods. Like, I'm not, I know for a fact that, like, I know people in Oceania that for a time period have been referred to as black. I'm not sure if that's, like, still the case, like, broadly in Oceania. Like, I think, like, some Aboriginal people in Australia, like, still maybe will go by the term black. But yeah, like as far as other places, I would be happy to believe that there are other places where people are like have been considered black. But I would not like I could not say as to whether that's like denoting some sort of shared ancestry. That's more just sort of like a limitation of language.
Okay. You went all around town and downtown and crosstown. Okay, so your answer is no, right?
I think my answer was yes. It was like, yeah, like I can acknowledge that like there are people around the world who have been called black.
Okay. Listen to my question again. I'm gonna ask you one more time, and I want a yes or no. All people with melanated skin, copper color skin, I don't like using the term black, with afros, you believe all of us come from Africa? Yes or no?
Well, that's a different question. I mean, like, if that's the question about like, are all people who have the same, and if we're just talking like skin color come from Africa, yeah, like, no, I don't believe that.
Okay, cool. Okay, so here's the thing, though. The people that they call YT people, white people, whatever you want to say, how come they have, in America, they have the ability to be Irish, French, Germans, all of these things. But when it comes to people in America, people automatically assume our ancestors came from slavery with no proof. They can't prove it, but they put their label on us. And that's all we're trying to say. All of us were not enslaved. All of us were not brought here on a slave ship. Our ancestors traveled the globe long before anything ever happened. And when we come out and speak that, we get hate, all while bringing receipts to the table. And that's all we're saying. Nobody have the ability to say anything about us, especially if you don't know nobody else's history.
I mean, like ancestry, like you can't tell someone's like full ancestry looking at them. I can agree with that. But like, as far as like, I think there are limitations. Like we have to be kind of reasonable with like the way, to the extent that's
Psych,
that's like
would you mind turning on your camera real quick? We have a few people that's requesting that you turn it on real quick, if you don't mind.
To be honest, I really don't. You can, anyone can click on my profile. I'm pale as shit, like white passing, 100%. I'm happy to admit that. Like, there's no, well, not happy, but you know what I mean. Like I'm not shy. But I don't want to turn my camera right now because I look really bad, and I just did like a hair mask, so I kind of look like crap. But yeah.
So you are black, basically.
No.
Well, what are you? I mean, let's cut the small talk. What do you
consider yourself to be? That's like a whole other topic. Like, but like that's not what
what do you consider yourself to be? Like, what's on your driver license? What's on your ID? Let's get to the point.
White passing, and there isn't like a racial. We don't put race on IDs in the country I live in.
Oh, dude, you ain't no damn white passing. You white.
Okay.
Yeah, you're a Caucasian, man. You're a Caucasian, dude.
So you're saying that I'm Caucasian. Great. I just want to ask you, like, so this argument that you're talking about like, oh, we cannot tell who people are based off of phenotype. That's the argument that you guys are making. So why is it okay to make that against me? When you don't know my ancestry,
no, that's the part that you came in on. We weren't just talking about phenotype. He went through a full dialogue before even speaking about phenotype, actually.
And to be clear,
you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of that show, Martin Lawrence, when he had to call and pretend that he was white, and then the guy was like, "Are you white?" Yo, this is that crazy, yo. It's nuts.
No, it's really not like. Okay, so do you think that race is based off of phenotype or not? Is it based off of ancestry?
We're not gonna let you do that. First of all, You say you was white passing. You using that as a way to have a stepping stool, because guess what? I'm from Louisiana, and I know a long history of people who are considered to be Creoles use the white passing card. So, which out here we call it passe blanc. Beaucoup. That's what we call it where I'm from. So you're not
Yeah.
going to sit up. You're not going to sit up here and say you passe blanc beaucoup in my face when I know what white passing is. You're not going to do
Okay.
that. You're not going to
So
say you really black, but you could fit in white spaces. You're
no, no,
not
no,
going
no,
to
no.
do that.
I never said I was black. I have no ancestry in the Americas. I have no ancestry in Africa. I don't have any. The only ancestry I have is in Europe and then the Nordics. That's the only place that I have like ancestry to.
So
So
why
I've
did
never
you
said
say white passing?
because Munlan Sakmalash, like I'm a part of an indigenous ethnic group here, which is historically not considered white. So it's like it's not really like fair for you to like kind of dissuade that like in the face of this conversation, because
So
that's a big
you say you're
argument.
Scandinavian?
No, I said, well, I am part Scandinavian. I'm also part Sapmalash, which is another ethnic group that is not Scandinavian but lives in the northern part of what is called Scandinavia and or the Nordics or in parts of Russia.
Okay, so the people that are in Scandinavia today
You
are
said
not the
Russia?
same as like the Vikings that were there many
I'm
years
not,
ago.
yeah, I'm not a Viking. And also
Wait,
I'm not,
you
but
said Russia,
I
right?
am,
I couldn't
I'm
hear
not,
you.
but the whole, I feel like this is kind of like off topic because like my identity has nothing to do with the argument I'm making.
The
I'm just,
argument you're making, sir, I just told you that he was talking about multiple things. You just came in on a part of phenotype. He had other information
no, but that's
other
what he
than
was,
the phenotype.
then I'm sorry. I just was addressing, I thought that that's what he was talking about because that's what he was like doing on the screen. The host was like talking about, oh, look at this phenotype. Like, can't you tell the phenotype of this tribe and that tribe? And I don't match this phenotype. So I thought it was topical, but if it's not, like, I apologize. I didn't mean to be rude.
Yeah, it was a whole dialogue before he even brought phenotype into it. He was actually making points before that.
Then I'm sorry. Like, my bad.
Yo, they always try to infiltrate, don't they?
About himself, and for him to say he was white passing, that pissed me off.
And check
Make
this.
it about him.
The
Okay,
original
hold
Scandinavian people.
on, y'all. Copper Empress says she's going live. Naturalista said that her phone is dying, so if y'all want to go to another live, Empress, dang, what's her name on here? She just wrote me. Copper Color Empress.
Yeah, I plan on going live at 6 o'clock as well too.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to go live too. Yo, it's good that all of us go live because if we separate, we can spread out and get the message out anyways. I'm supposed to go live with both. But anyways, I'm out. I'll see you guys later. Peace.
All right, peace, y'all.